Hi, this is Zena Awesome.
Today I decided to go outside and do a little
Bit of a nature walk. Try to take a look at some of the stuff that's out here. This is actually in my yard, but it's outside my fence. As you can see, we have a few flowers here. Of course, I live in the desert. There really are a lot of lizards out in the desert. Oop, tripped over a rock. So I'm going to take you out to this teddy bear cactus over here. It's called a teddy bear cactus because it looks nice and kind of soft, but actually it's horrible. All the little spines are barbed. So if you get a piece of this in the summer, it dries out and some of it breaks off. You'll see, like over here, how those pieces on the side there are dried. And the problem is when they blow off, they have barbs on them. So when the dogs get them and then they try to pull them out of their feet, they get them in their mouths and stuck to their face. So these, normally when I get one of these pieces in my foot and I pull it out, it leaves a bruise. But they are pretty to look at. Anything that's, any of these that were inside my property, I removed, or inside my fence, because this is on my property. That white out there is a salt flat. I do believe they mine it. I say mine it, strip mine it. They do collect salt off of it. You have to be careful when you're down on that corner because sometimes the trucks are coming pretty fast. I've heard about a few accidents being down there. And there's all kinds of little flowers I'm walking by. That's often the case out here in the desert, is a lot of the flowers are really small and they tend to come out really fast after the rain. And it's actually really unusual for everything to be green out here. I'm used to, when I look out my window, everything being kind of brown. And right now everything has a green look because of all the rain we've had. And then of course when it rains, here's another lizard. Well, maybe it's the same one. With all the rain we've had, like you see here, that it actually leaves pretty deep troughs where it runs across the ground, because one of the problems is when the ground is so dry, the water just runs across it instead of being absorbed by it. So my property pretty much goes to like this telephone pole right here. This is the middle. And then it goes to that telephone pole and to that telephone pole. Again, you can see the troughs, the little valleys here are troughs where the water ran down in the last rain. Well, last several rains. Of course, once a little gully gets going, it tends to be used after each rain that happens. Desert plants take a long time to grow. Where I'm at, we do not have Joshua trees because it actually doesn't get cold enough for Joshua trees. Joshua trees need to have hard freeze to reproduce. And although it might get down to freezing out here, especially with the wind chill a couple times a year, it doesn't get really cold. So even if it was to snow here, it would probably just melt right away. I was hoping to see some different stuff if I came out here. But that is kind of the thing about the desert. A lot of the same stuff. And of course you can see a long way off. Oh, here we go. Here's a purple plant. Oops, I stepped in a burrowing animal's hole. It collapsed under my feet. We do have squirrels out here. They're the size of chipmunks. They're really cute, and they do live in the ground. Obviously, we have mice and rats and pack rats out here too. Pack rats actually have a little tuft on their tail, kind of like a lion. So they're easy to tell if you catch one in a trap or something. There's a lot of pretty rocks out here. I'd love to figure out stuff to do with them. I'd like to make jewelry out of them, but it's a little hard. They do a lot of checking of these poles. I'm pretty sure this in here it may be well, I don't know. It looks like it's probably a termite thing, because there looks like there's a lot of termite holes in this pole. We had to have the pole by our house replaced when we first bought the house. And this pole over here is new. I'm pretty sure. It looks new to me. It's new or it's old. Because you can see by the color, it's kind of, actually I guess it's old. It looks like a lot of the tar is missing off of it. So on this side of my property is BLM, and that over there is Joshua Tree, well, more over that way is Joshua Tree National Park, those mountains up there. And I'll have to look at this on a bigger screen. But that over there seems awful close to be the visitor center, or not the visitor center, I just see a lot of cars there. That could be the Palms. That actually would make more sense. That's a restaurant. It's about 7 miles away. Now you see, you come over here and you can see that there's actually about a 2-foot drop, and the water has really wore this area down a little bit. And then of course, way over there are snow-covered mountains. Those are closer to Palm Springs and stuff. And as you can see, we're pretty much in a basin here. This whole big area is called the Morongo Basin. Out that way is the 29 Palms Marine Base. Sometimes you can see dirt kicked up from their artillery or things they're doing. Actually, it looks like I might be able to sort of see that even now. And back there, that's my house. That's the corner of my property there. And then that other pole over there is where my property goes to. So, a little nature desert walk. If you enjoyed this, please comment, and I could do more videos out here, and I would do more research into what all the different plants are and be able to tell you about them. Thank you very much. Have a great day.